Joining me today is Danny Valent, and we're going to be cooking something pretty extraordinary, a whole brisket. Yummy.
Yes, we are really going to do it. This is such a beautiful dish. I guess Mexican inspired. We're going to put it in tacos. It's such an easy one to nail. Yeah, shall we just nail it?
Let's nail it.
We've got to start with a slather. Okay. So I'll get you to mix that up. So we're using dark beer.
Yes.
Yellow mustard and vinegar. Any kind of vinegar is going to work in this dish.
Okay, so 3 ingredients.
Yeah.
Why yellow mustard?
I guess we're sort of going a little bit of that sort of Tex-Mex vibe. Yep. So yeah, you can use a Dijon, but that'll make it really pretty sharp. Up to you. And yeah, vinegar, we're using apple cider vinegar today, but you can use any vinegar that you want.
You love home cooking, so that's your thing. So everything that you do is very attainable.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all about being achievable. What I do in my work as a restaurant critic is get inspired by what chefs are doing in restaurants, and then I just love bringing those ideas, those recipes home and making them super achievable for everybody. So this is a really easy slather. It's just like, think of it like a marinade. We're going to put it on our brisket. And
so talk to me about the brisket. We've got a nice bit of fat on the cap there.
Brisket is a really fatty meat that loves a slow cook. It is really, really yummy. So yeah, we can just get in there and just make sure that all the meat has got a little bit of that slather love. Yeah. We're just going to wrap it up and put it in the fridge.
How many people is this going to feed?
I've served this for 20. So we've had like a little housewarming. So we had 20 people, had a bunch of salads on the table, and it was easy. So just pile up the tortillas and let people fight over them.
Nice one. Glad wrap?
Yep.
And pop that in there.
Wrap it up, so I'm a bit messy.
No worries. And how long are we marinating this for?
Look, if you've got time to do it for a day, those flavours are going to seep right in and they're going to really reward you, but as long as you can.
Okay, well, we'll put it in the fridge for a bit and then we'll continue on. Okay, this has been marinating. It smells fantastic already and it's not even cooked yet. So we're going to take that Glad wrap off.
And now we're going to build up that flavour more with a spice rub. So I've got thyme, pepper, cumin, paprika and oregano. Nice. I'm going to add a bit of salt to that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a large piece of meat, so it does need quite a significant amount of seasoning.
This is one of those recipes you can think of as a template. And if you've got favourite spices, if you love a bit of cinnamon, a bit of clove, if you've got a rub that you love using on your steak, like chuck that in.
Cinnamon would be nice too.
It would be really nice. All right, so we're just going to get a bit busy with this.
Yep. And would you marinate this again if you have time, or would you just put it straight in the oven like we're going to be doing?
For sure. This will love another hour just sitting there with those spices soaking in, but honestly, don't worry about it too much. We want to flip it over. We want to get even more flavour into there. If we've got nooks and crannies, we're going to get in there as well. Now, because I've got myself messy again, bit of a theme, would you help me out? We need to cover that with baking paper and then with foil, make it all nice and cosy before we get it in the oven.
Okay, let's talk about the cook. How long are we cooking it for and at what temperature?
140 degrees. Now, I say 10 hours, but you know, every brisket's going to be a little bit different. So basically, you need to cook it until it is absolutely falling apart.
Yeah. I always like to use a test, and if you can actually go through the brisket with your finger, then you know that it's just pull apart, it's ready to go.
Yeah, but you just want to lick your finger, I get it. Yeah, so you can do that, get in there with a fork. If you can just tear it apart, it is ready for taco time.
Nice one. All right, into the oven.
Let's do it.
We'll come back later.
How good does it smell in here?
I wish you could smell this. It's pretty amazing.
So all we've got to do is just get the fixins sorted. So I'm going to grill up some spring onions while you get on with our tomatillo salsa.
Great.
So tomatillos are a pretty fun vegetable, similar to a green tomato.
Yeah. I think they call these husk tomatoes.
Because they've got, do you want to show that?
There you go.
Beautiful, it's got a really beautiful papery skin. If you can't find them fresh, you can buy them in a can from a Mexican grocer. So let's get these spring onions going. Okay. Nice hot grill, and we just want a bit of colour on them. They're just going to sit beautifully in our tacos. Often people don't use the green tops of the spring onions, but you can. You can use them. So we'll just get all those different colours on. It's about colour and texture. And you know what I'm going to do, just to be fun, is I'm going to grill a tomatillo as well, because They're like a little green tomato.
Yeah.
You can eat them, acidic. You can eat them fresh. So yeah, they're really nice. They don't mind a little bit of time on the grill.
And back to the spring onions. When spring onions are char grilled, they not only get a smoky flavour, but they become incredibly sweet. So it's a nice way to use up all of the spring onion.
Yeah. All right, let me put you to work.
Yes, please.
So we're going to make our tomatillo salsa. We're going to start by chopping up onion, garlic and jalapeno.
So 1 whole onion?
Yeah. Just a medium-sized onion. It doesn't matter if it's white or brown, just whatever you've got. You can use a red shallot for that as well.
2 cloves of garlic.
Give them a good smash. And jalapenos. So look, any green chilli will be fine, but if we're going for those Mexican vibes, jalapeno is good. Yep. Take the seeds out if you don't want it too spicy. If you're feeling seedy, pop them in.
They're a funny chili jalapeno because sometimes you get some and they're really mild, and then every 10th one, it's like blows your head off. It's
That's right. Yes.
So hot. So maybe have a taste of them first before you start making your salsa to make sure you've got the correct heat.
Yeah. We like living on the edge, don't we?
Yeah.
All right, so get all those in there and let's chop those up first.
Okay.
And we're looking for a textured salsa, so you can just, give it a little bit of a burl, but it doesn't need to be super fine.
Okay.
Happy with that? That looks amazing. Let's get all the tomatillos in.
The whole lot?
Yep, chuck them in. And we'll get our lime juice in as well.
Sure.
So just, just squeeze that in. I'm just going to keep turning these to make sure we're getting even colour on them.
I think when you've got a really fatty piece of meat like the brisket, you do need a lot of acid to cut through it. The lime and the onions, the raw onions.
Yeah.
It's a perfect balance.
Yeah, you need a little bit of cut to get through all that fat. And it is exactly as you say, it's all about balance. And it's also that mixture of the raw and the cooked, which I think it's just like, it really excites our palates.
So a hint of salt.
You can get the coriander in now, I reckon. So with this one, I'm happy to use the stems.
Okay.
I think, again, it's like, let's just use what we've got, and we're blitzing them up so the food processor can make good work of them. So chuck it in. Yep. And you never know how juicy your onion and your tomatillos are going to be, so we'll look at the texture of that, and if we need to, we can add a little bit of water, but let's juice it up and see how we go.
Okay, Danny.
I am loving the look of that. So you might want to give it a little taste for salt. Maybe you want to adjust with a little extra lime juice, but I just think it smells so fresh and zesty. What do you think?
It's so good. I love the acidic tang of that. It is sensational.
Fantastic. Yum. It is going to work so well with our brisket. Speaking of which, shall we? So let's have a look. This meat does not mind sitting around for a while. We know it's been in the oven for 10 hours, but it doesn't mind just, oh my goodness.
Look at that.
Hello, baby. So this is what we're looking for. Oh, yeah. Oh, that is the shred that brings me joy.
So much joy. So much joy.
So much
it's
joy.
Like cook's like, hello there, we've been waiting for you.
Yeah. So that is exactly what we're looking for. So don't be afraid when it's in the oven to get in there with the forks. If you can do that, then your brisket wants to come home to you.
And we spoke about using your finger to see if it's cooked. I mean, it works well to see if your finger can go straight through it.
Oh, I love that.
It's ready.
Let's put it all together.
Sure.
Okay, so we need our tortillas.
Yep, I'll get that.
So with the tortillas, you can use flour or corn. I love the flavour of corn, and they're also gluten-free. So if you're serving gluten-free people, definitely go for the corn. Okay. But flour's an easy supermarket option as well, so you can't really go wrong.
So we're warming these up?
Yeah, so look, you can do them in a dry pan one by one, or if you're really feeding a crowd, then it's simple to get them in the oven.
And then the foil will keep them nice and warm as you prepare everything else. Even just a tea towel.
Totally, a tea towel is fantastic. Yeah. So look, what I love to do is just put everything on the table. Everyone builds their own tacos, so everyone can do it to their own heart's desire. Nice. All right, let's do it. So good. And then brisket. I mean, is there a right amount of brisket?
No.
So start with a nice, beautiful bit of the brisket. Oh, you can just really...
Threads of brisket.
That is the texture. Okay, so we're going to get a little bit of salsa. So do you want to just spoon some of that on?
Salsa on top.
And then a spring onion. That is amazing. So I'll just get a spring onion on, and we can give this person a little tomatillo. And that is a little package of joy for you, Justine.
What about you? I think after we've waited for so long, let's cut this one in half.
All right.
And then we'll have a full one after.
Or two.
Or two.
Or three.
We said 4, I think.
I think we did. Yeah.
Half for you.
All right, amazing.
Okay, so
Oh, I just love it. Oh, so juicy.
so juicy. Danny, that is an epic dish. And on top of it, tomatillos. Go out, search for them. It really takes this to another level. It really does.
Well, thank you so much for giving me an excuse to cook my brisket. I love this dish.
I love it too.